Yo, what's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing well today, and welcome back to another Bleach Immortal Soul video. In this video, I'd like to go over Yammy and the new updated White Ichigo. So if you guys don't know, Yammy was added into the character list, which means he's probably coming soon. And White Ichigo was also updated to the list not too long ago, which means he should also be coming soon. Because it seems like, the characters that get added into this part of the list are coming soon. And the reason I say that was because of Okiora. Before his banner dropped, he came into the not owned section, and then his banner dropped. It's not 100% confirmed, of course, but most likely these two characters are coming soon. Now, I don't know about Yoroichi. I don't know what the hell is going on with Yoroichi, but she's been in here ever since the game started. She hasn't been released. So I don't even know what's going on with her. I don't know if she's going to be released soon, or maybe she might not even get released ever, because it honestly doesn't seem like they want to release her for some reason. I do not know why. But anyway, that's besides the point. We're going to be going over Yami and White Ichigo here. Now, White Ichigo I have gone over in the past, but they did update his kills, so that is why I'm going to go over him again. But we're going to go over Yami since I believe he just got added in yesterday, I think. The update from yesterday. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So he is a Black Tortoise character. He's a tank, high HP and reflect damage. Now if we go, let's go over to his bonds. His first bond is not available right now just because, the characters are not out. His second bond, Short Temper, increases HP by 15%. And then the one with Grimjow increases attack by 15%. And then, whenever these guys come out, whoever they are, it's a 15% HP increase. So he has 2 HP increases, which is really nice since he is a Black Tortoise character. But yeah, his base stats are pretty good. 210 attack, 144 defense, and 1965 HP. And his talent, the defense and HP of all male characters are increased by 2%. Really nice talent, actually. I like that. So that means every single male character that you own will get that boost. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with his normal skill right here. So this is his mastery skill attack, I believe. Deals a fixed amount of damage, and 8% of Yami's max HP has extra damage to an enemy. So for a mastery skill, this is bad, honestly. It's super basic. It does absolutely nothing other than a little damage. It doesn't heal him or anything. It literally just does damage, and the damage is not too great. So straight off the bat, his mastery skill, in my opinion, honestly sucks. Nothing too crazy about it. Super basic. And then his rage attack right here deals a fixed amount of damage, and 8% of Yami's lost HP as extra damage to an enemy. Gains 1 stack of Fury. And when weapon is awakened, damage increases greatly. If Yami doesn't have Fury, he will gain 1 extra stack of Fury. So each stack of Fury does this. Each stack of Fury increases max HP by 10% to a max of 150%. Current HP ratio does not change, cannot be dispelled. Now, his rage attack does have a really high attack percentage, but that wouldn't really matter since you're not going to be putting attacking war souls on him, so the damage is still going to be low. And once again, with his rage skill, in my opinion, it's not bad, but it's not good also. It's pretty basic as well. It's really nice that he gets an extra 10% of max HP of 150, but you're going to need a healer so that he can go over his max amount of HP so that he can tank super well. And that's the problem. He doesn't heal himself very well. He does heal himself in his passive skill, which we're going to go over in a bit, but it's not a really big heal. So that's why this isn't honestly really great. Unless you're maybe doing a really long battle that you need a tank in, he might do great. But in PvP and PvE, there's many other Black Tortoise choices that I'd recommend over him. So far he's not looking too great, honestly. Of course, he's going to be a good pickup for initiative, especially if he's going to be free, from like a coin event. He's a good pickup for initiative and an extra, increase in power a little bit. But as a character to use, I don't think he's going to be a very good Black Tortoise. Just because his combo attack, aka mastery skill, is really bad. His rage attack, like I said, it's not bad, but it's also not good. It's pretty basic. This is OP, right? The fact that he can go up to an extra 150% of max HP is really good, but that's not going to happen. And even if it does happen, how are you going to heal to, all that extra HPs that you need to get to 150% HP. But yeah, enough talking about his rage. Let's go over his passive skill right here. Reaching 1 stack of Fury heals Yammy for a percentage of his max HP. Reaching 3 stacks of Fury increases Yammy's reflect damage rate. Reaching 5 stacks of Fury increases Yammy's attack. And we already went over this. So when he gets 1 Fury, he's gonna heal for 2.5%. And when he gets 3 Furies, he's gonna have a reflect damage increase of 5%. And when he reaches 5 Furies, he's gonna have an attack increase of 2.5%. So once again, not very good, just because it's gonna be hard to get these Furies, just because the only time you can get one is by rage attacking. So that means to get the full ability, you have to rage attack 5 times. So that's why in PvP or PvE, he's not going to be very good unless that event needs a tank that's going to be alive for a very long time. So Yammy honestly straight off the bat not very good. Would not use, like I said, pick him up for initiative, but I mean other than that, it's just not he's just not good, and this is just my personal opinion. But anyways, enough talking about Yammy. Let's go ahead and jump into Ichigo. So Ichigo, if you guys remember my video about him, he's an absolute monster, super good. Let's go ahead and see if his new skills are still good. As you guys all know, he's an attacker, a bleed, control, cleanup, 244 attack, 145 defense, 2039 HP, and he is a tiger. And the attack of all male characters is increased by 2%, a really nice talent as well. His bonds, attack, and HP. He has 2 attacks, which is really nice, and 1 HP. But those 2 attacks are really nice, just because he is a damage dealer. But let's go ahead and go over his mastery skill. Deals damage to an enemy and has a 50% chance to silence the target for 1 round. For every DOT the target have, the damage will be increased by 10%. This skill has a bleed. Now, I'm pretty sure they mean bleed on this one. It's just like a mistypo, so I'm just gonna say it's bleed. This skill has a bleed effect to the target for 2 rounds. So he basically attacks an enemy, 50% chance to silence them, and gives them bleed for 2 rounds. This is really good because if he gives them bleed for 2 rounds, that means when he ever attacks them next time with his mastery skill, because they have the bleed effect, he's going to be dealing an increased 10% damage. So this mastery skill is super good. It has a chance to silence the enemy and gives them bleed, and the damage on it is not too bad. 160% is pretty good. So a really good mastery skill straight off the bat, why Ichigo is already looking really spicy. Now his rage attack right here deals damage to all enemies and has a 20% chance to silence the targets. This skill has a dual effect. When weapon is awakened, damage increases greatly. In the next round, has a 100% chance to trigger mastery skill. And then the dual effect right here, the fewer the characters, the higher the damage. For each character missing, damage dealt is increased by 10%. Wow, that is really good. Why Ichigo can deal crazy amounts of damage, the less characters there is, the more damage he's going to be dealing. He's just pure DPS, man. He can deal out really crazy damage. Now, I don't believe his rage attack bleeds. Yeah, it doesn't say anywhere that it bleeds, but it does have a 20% chance to silence, which is not bad since he's attacking all enemies. You'll probably get a silencer or 2 most of the time. But yeah, overall his rage attack is just pure DPS, super good. And if you're able to get his weapon awakened, he has a 100% chance to trigger the mastery skill, which is also really good. So his mastery skill, his rage attack, and his weapon are all very good things in White Ichigo. Now finally, his passive skill, attack has a chance to bleed the enemy. Bleed the enemy target for 2 rounds. When the battle begins, each alive enemy will provide 60 rage. After the attack, if the target has a debuff that cannot take action, he gains 200 rage. So basically when they say cannot take actions, they're talking about stuns, freezing, disorient, taunt, and silence, and all that kind of stuff. And then he has a 10% bleed chance, which is really low. I wish it was a little higher, but it is what it is, since he is good overall. So this 10% is not, putting him down oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, putting him down or anything like that. He's still really good. But yeah, it's a really good passive skill because in some situations you're going to be able to rage first round, I believe. Wait, would you be able to rage if there are 6 enemies? He'd gain 360 rage. Would that be enough to allow him to rage? No, no, that actually would not be able to allow him to rage. However, he can rage on the third round. Okay, so say you go first, you attack. You're not going to be able to rage, but the second round you're going to rage, and you're going to be able to rage again on the third round. So overall, he still can rage more than a normal Tiger character, which is really good. So, like I said, he's a pure DPS. You're not going to be able to rage first round unless you use a War Soul that allows him to do that. But he can rage more than the usual Tiger, which is really good. I just wish this Bleach chance was more than 10%, and the reason I want it to be more than 10% is just simply because of his mastery skill. He deals an increased amount of damage if they're if they're debuffed. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a bleed. Any character that debuffs counts. So Matsumoto, Mayuri, all these guys are debuffers. So if they debuff the enemy and he attacks, he's still gonna get that damage boost. Keep that in mind. That's why he's really good. Overall, why Ichigo's changes? Nothing really major changed, by the way. The changes were pretty basic, but it's still a better change in my opinion. I don't think it's a worse change. But overall, he's still super good. One of the best characters, 100%. If you want him, go ahead and pick him up. I know I will be picking him up. Probably even 5-starring him because he is that good. But if you're looking for a pure damage dealer that's a Tiger, I don't think you'll find anybody better than him. Grimmjow is really good, but keep in mind Grimmjow is a single high target damage, where White Ichigo is, an AoE damage dealer. So it's 100% up to you whether, you want to pick up Grimmjow or White Ichigo. They're both super, super good characters. I just think White Ichigo is more viable just because he can attack more enemies. I feel like Grimmjow is more of a PvE character. But yeah, anyways, this is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns, and turn on notifications so you do not miss any future uploads. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.